Hello all, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to discuss about chloroplast, structure and parts of chloroplast and function of chloroplast. The word chloroplast is derived from the Greek word chloros, which means green, and plast, which means the one who forms. Chloroplasts are a type of membrane-bound plastid that contain a network of membrane embedded in a liquid matrix and harbor the photosynthetic pigment called chlorophyll. Basically, it is a double membrane-bound organelle network-like structure embedded within the matrix. The matrix is called stroma and help in production of chlorophyll. It is the pigment that contain a green color to plant. The pigment impart green color to the plant part and serves to capture light energy, where light energy is converted into chemical energy by the process of photosynthesis. Also, water is released in this process. Chloroplast can be found in the cells of mesophyll in the plant leaves. There are usually 30 to 40% of mesophyll cells. Next is structure of chloroplast. Chloroplasts found in higher plants are generally biconvex or planoconvex shape. Here is the photographic image, is a biconvex shape. In different plants, however, chloroplast may have different shape varying from spheroid, filamentous, saucer-shaped, discoid or ovoid in nature. They can be found in the cells of mesophyll in plant leaves. They are vesicular and have a colorless center. Here is the blue, these are the center part. So, these are the green thylakoid membrane and the center is white or colorless. And the liquid matrix, here the blue color structure in the photographic image are stroma. They are vesicular and have colorless center. The average size of a chloroplast is 4 to 6 mu in diameter and 1 to 3 mu in thickness. The chloroplast has an inner and outer membrane. Here is the inner membrane and here is the concave shape is the outer membrane, outer part. This green color is the outer part. Inside the chloroplast are stalk of thylakoid. These are the stalk. Here is the arranged stacks of thylakoid called grana. As well as stroma, the dense fluid inside the chloroplast. These blue color dense fluids are the stroma here. And these stacks thylakoid are called grana. These thylakoids contain the chlorophyll that is necessary for the plant to produce carbohydrate food material by the process of photosynthesis. The space of chlorophyll is filled and called thylakoid space. Next. So, chloroplasts thus contain following shape. What are the part? First is envelope or outer membrane. This convex structure is the outer membrane. It is semi-porous membrane and it is permeable to small molecules and ions which diffuse easily. Semi-permeable membrane is the outer membrane which permit some molecules and ions. The outer membrane is not permeable to larger protein as it is semi-porous. Small pores are there or semi-porous in nature. Large molecules are not able to enter within the outer membrane. Next is inner membrane. Here is the inner membrane. This layer is the inner membrane. It is usually thin intermembrane space about 10 to 20 nanometer, and it is present between the outer and the inner membrane. Inner membrane space, here is the inner membrane space. This layer is the outer layer and this layer is the inner membrane space. Okay. Next is inner membrane. Inner membrane of a chloroplast form a border to stroma. These are the stroma. These are liquid structure inside the chloroplast. This blue blue background is the liquid background which continuously or collectively called stroma, and the inner membrane is surrounded by, or the stroma is surrounded by the inner membrane. It regulates the passage of material in and out of the chloroplast. In addition to regulation activity, fatty acids, lipids and carotenoids are synthesized in the inner chloroplast membrane. Outer membrane, inner membrane, and center part is intermembrane space. Outer membrane is semi-porous. It only able the small molecules and ion inside the chloroplast, whereas inner membrane allow some molecules and ions in and out from the chloroplast, and it regulates the activity. Fatty acid, lipid and carotenoids are synthesized in this membrane, in this inner membrane especially. Next is stroma. This blue background is stroma, liquid filled background where grana are situated. Stroma is an alkaline aqueous fluid that is protein rich and present within the inner membrane of a chloroplast. As I say, stroma is surrounded by inner membrane, so it is present within the inner membrane. The space outside the thylakoid is called stroma. The chloroplast DNA, ribosome and the thylakoid system, starch granules and many proteins are found floating around the stroma. Inside this blue filled background or stroma, chloroplast of DNA, chloroplast, ribosomes and thylakoid system. These are the thylakoid. These are the thylakoid. Thylakoid systems are floating inside. Then what is thylakoid system? Thylakoid system is suspended in the stroma. The thylakoid system is a collection of a membranous sac called as a thylakoid. These are the single thylakoid. The chlorophyll is found in the thylakoid. These are inside green color structure. These are the chlorophyll which are synthesized inside the thylakoid, and it is slight for the process of a light reaction of a photosynthesis is happen. Inside these thylakoid system or thylakoid, photosynthesis takes place where light energy is converted into chemical energy, where it receives as there is the presence of a chlorophyll, and chlorophyll pigment, the green pigment which absorb the sunlight and help in the process of photosynthesis, and the end product of photosynthesis is carbohydrate food material, which we say where light energy is converted into chemical energy. Okay. The thylakoids are arranged in sacs are known as grana. Each granum contains around 10 to 20 thylakoids. Next is peripheral reticulum. The chloroplast of certain plants contain an additional set of membrane or membranous tubules called peripheral reticulum that originate from the inner membrane of the envelope. Tiny vesicles board off from the inner membrane of the chloroplast and assemble to form the tubules of a peripheral reticulum. These are the, this is a chloroplast, this is the peripheral reticulum developed from the inner membrane. Here is the peripheral system. So, in some certain cases, it contains a set of a membranous tubule which is called peripheral reticulum, which is developed from the inner membrane of the envelope. Next is function. The most important function of the chloroplast is to synthesize food, that is by the process of photosynthesis, where light energy is converted into the chemical energy. As it contains chlorophyll inside, and chlorophyll captures the sunlight and able to produce carbohydrate food material by the process of photosynthesis. So overall, it helps in synthesis of food in autotrophic organism. Absorb light energy and convert it into chemical energy. Chloroplast has the structure called chlorophyll, which functions by trapping the solar energy and used for the synthesis of food in all green plants, as I said before, and produce NADPH and molecular oxygen by photolysis of water, produces ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, by the process of photosynthesis. The carbon dioxide obtained from the air is used to generate carbon and sugar during Calvin cycle or dark reaction of photosynthesis. So, here we finish with the chloroplast. If you have any query, please comment in the comment box. Thank you.